Hi everyone, I'm Ian Lowe and welcome to Running High and Low. So with that out of the way, let's move on to today's subject. And I stumbled across a survey recently which was published in Marathon Handbook, and it was carried out by Strava as part of their Year in Sport report. And it basically covered the three most popular running shoes worldwide. And they were, not in any particular order, the Hoka Clifton, the Brooks Ghost, and the Nike Pegasus. Now I thought, it might be a nice idea to get all three. So I bought all three versions and paid for them all myself. So nobody's paying me to this video, and nobody's going to get any editorial rights over it before you see it here on YouTube. I thought, let's buy all three and let's test them all out. And at the end of it, I can put them all together in one comparison video and tell you which one I think is the best out of the three, which is my least favourite, and whether I can recommend them to runners of my age. And I reviewed the Brooks Ghost a few weeks ago, and I put a link down there for you to go back and watch that one if you like. And next up, I've been trying the Hoka Clifton. This is the 9th version of this really extremely popular running shoe, and it has been popular for many years. It's got a lot of fans worldwide. So let's just quickly run through some of the stats of the shoe. We have an engineered knit upper, which is light and it's comfortable, but I wouldn't say it's particularly breathable. No problem for us here in the UK with our climate, but if you are in a warm climate, I would think you may suffer some problems with the shoe as far as its heat is concerned. But here in the UK, really not too much of a problem. We have a compression molded EVA midsole. It's one of the things I think that really, we'll come back up to it later in the video, is sort of holding this shoe back a bit. We have 32 millimeters of stack in the heel, 27 in the forefoot for that 5mm drop. We have Hoka's Duration rubber outsole. There's quite a lot of rubber coverage on the strategic areas, but as you can see, there's quite a lot of EVA showing as well. And already after about 30 miles that I run the shoe, I'm beginning to see some wear on that EVA outsole. But I would still think the shoe is probably good for 300 to 400 miles. But the durability of the shoe is one of the things that I would think maybe puts the shoe into question. It's £130 here in the UK. That's $140 in the US. Weighs 300 grams in my UK size 10. So I guess that's about it for the stats and features of the shoe. So what's it like to actually wear, walk and run in this shoe? Well, stepping feel of the shoe is really quite good. It's quite comfortable, but it's quite a big shoe. Now I've just got a standard width and volume foot, and for most of my running shoes that's what I would choose, a standard width shoe. But when I first got this, I thought maybe I'd chosen the wrong one and ended up with the wide version, but it isn't. It's just the standard D version. But I found the volume of the forefoot especially big, and I felt my foot was kind of like swimming around in it. It's almost a bit too much room. I had to revert to a thicker sock really to make it more comfortable and to fit better. Went true to size. If I'd gone half a size down in it, to help the volume on the midfoot. It would have been too short in the length, so it's perfect in the length at my true to size, but just a bit too much volume, but too much material I found in the forefoot. It's got a good lacing system, really simple, works really well, no need for a runner's knot, and the lockdown is excellent. The tongue is semi-gusseted. It's only gusseted on one side, which I've not come across before, but nevertheless, it's well padded, it's comfortable, and it doesn't move around at all. There's no slippage or anything like that. It's got a good level of comfort, good level of padding around the heel, and with Hoka's signature heel flare, it's a really comfortable shoe to walk around in. And in fact, I've enjoyed walking in this shoe more than I've enjoyed running in it. So after 30 miles, I think I've done enough miles in it now to give you my thoughts on it. And overall, it is one of disappointment, really. Now, this is such a popular shoe. It's the first Clifton that I've run in. And I think possibly that they've wrung the life out of this EVA midsole now. I think it's probably had its day because it just isn't inspiring. There's so many great options out there now, and let's face it, this daily trainer market is really flooded with some fantastic shoes now. And I think really now this EVA midsole and the Clifton is going to get left behind unless they make some major changes to it in what will be the 10th version, which I assume is going to come out next year. And I'll be very surprised if they don't have a complete revamp of this shoe now. I think they've probably taken this as far as they possibly can. It just doesn't inspire you to get out the door in it. It's a bit dead, it's a bit flat. The midsole is quite lifeless, really. And although it's quite a lightweight shoe, it feels heavy on foot. It feels big and quite clunky underfoot. And I've got some shoes that are heavier than this, and they just feel lighter, like more modern. And this feels dated now, this shoe. So I can't say that I really have enjoyed running in it this far. Although, look, if this survey is anything to go by, millions of you out there do, and I know it's got a huge following, the Hoka Clifton. It's a really popular running shoe. This is just my opinion, and maybe it's because I've got other shoes in my collection that just feel better, just feel more modern, feel better to run in. This one's kind of just lagging behind a little bit. It's a wide platform shoe. It's very stable. The outsole is a problem for me as well. It's fine in dry conditions, but in the UK recently, coming into autumn, we've had some wet conditions, and I found it really quite slippery and quite unstable, really. So it hasn't really inspired me to go out the door in it when it's raining outside. And I would say that it's not the most durable outside. I would question its durability. You're probably going to get 300 or 400 miles out of it, which you may think is okay. Personally, I just think there are better options out there all round. So all in all, my thoughts on this shoe, although it comes in this survey in the top 3 in the world, and I don't be surprised at all, are that it's not a shoe that has inspired me to take it out and to run in. I've actually enjoyed just using it as an ordinary walking shoe, just to take out, just to put on casually, go to the shops, just go out generally in it. It's inspired me a bit more to do that. It just hasn't inspired me to get out of the door and to run in this shoe. The 30 miles that I've run in it so far have at times been quite hard work. I think the furthest that I've been in it is about 10k, and I really wouldn't want to run any more than that in this shoe. I've got shoes which I would reach for first before I reach for the Clifton. So it's just my opinion, though. There are millions of you out there who swear by this shoe, and if this survey is anything to go by, then it's no wonder that it sells so many of them. But to be perfectly honest, I've enjoyed just walking around in this shoe more than I have running in it. Just to wear it casually out to the shops or go to the cinema or wherever you're going in this shoe, I found it much more comfortable to do that. And it was quite interesting, really, because I was on holiday recently in Canada, and I saw lots of people just walking in this shoe. So I think it's a really comfortable shoe for that, and I probably will keep it just for that alone. It looks quite nice. I don't mind the looks of it at all. And I would probably keep it just as a walking shoe, really, because I found it much more comfortable to walk in than I do to run in. So it's just my thoughts. There are millions of people around the world who will probably disagree with me and are real fans of the Clifton, and this is just my personal opinion. I've got other shoes in my collection that I would probably rather run in at the moment. So would I recommend this to you? Personally, no, it's not a shoe that has inspired me. I think there are much better shoes out there on the market at the moment in this price point, in what is a very, very overcrowded and very competitive daily trainer market these days. So there you go. There's my thoughts on the Hoka Clifton. It forms the second part of this trio of the world's most popular running shoes according to the Strava survey. The next one up will be the Nike Pegasus. I'll start running in that this week and I'll bring you that video shortly. And at the end, we'll wrap it up with a comparison video between all three, and I'll tell you which one I think I will enjoy running in the most and probably will hang on to. But for the meantime, that's that one done. Thanks for sticking with me to the end of the video. It's been great having you along. And my name's Ian Lowe. This is Running High and Low, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy running.